Hey everyone, we're going to do our first test with the ThingMagic and the Thinkify reader, kind of a comparison test. Before we get started, I'm going to kind of explain how everything is set up. We've got the USB Plus here. I brought this out just so I can show you the difference between it. So it's got a USB connector there. I'm not sure if that comes across clearly, but that is different than the USB Pro. And so if you plan on buying the Pro and you have the Plus, you will have to buy a separate cable. In fact, let me go ahead and unplug this. Now you may wonder, why is the rubber boot taken off of this? And I'll explain that in a second. So there's the connector for the Pro. You see it's a little bit different female in there. Let's see if I can connect this with one hand. Okay. So, and then the cable for the Plus looks like this. Again, maybe kind of blurry in the video. I don't know how to get that to focus there. But it is a different cable. I do have the boot taken off of it, the rubber casing, because there's a design flaw with the new Pro. I hear they're working on it. I went through 2 of these units where I tried to screw the cable on, and right off the bat, something felt like it came loose. Well, they had me open it up, and sure enough, that's what happened. Whenever you twist this cable on, there's nothing on the inside here to stop this nut from turning, and so that will either cause this wire to break off here or to twist up and come off the board here. And so I will look for a solution. They've already recommended a couple. I haven't tried them yet, but I'm hoping sometime the next day or two I may put a little locking washer on the inside here. I'll figure something out. So if you do buy one of these, you may want to go ahead and open it up just to double check. Now, of course, ThingMagic has been great about replacing the units, and they know about the problem. But if you do plan on buying USB Pro, you may want to double check that this is not going to break the wire on the inside of it, because even though they've been great on replacing the units, it sure is a headache to have to wait a week or two to get a new one in. And so that's why that's kind of the way it is. So what I've got here is I've got the Thinkify reader. It's going to be connected to that antenna. I've got a camera here so that as we walk closer or farther away from the antennas, we can see when it triggers, so you can visually see when the reads are happening. Now I've got both antennas to where the legs are right at the edge of the concrete here, and I've got it to where if you look straight down the measuring tape, this is 30 feet all the way to the end of the tape, and this is a 100-foot tape, so I've kind of made it to where this is from 70 feet out to 100, so that's 30 feet that way also. So what we're going to do is I've set up a race. It's called the ThingMagic comparison test, and it is a 300 lap race. I figured that's plenty of splits, and I put a 1-second gap between reads, and I've got only one athlete myself in there, and so here's bib 648, and I got 2 tags there. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the readers on, make sure the camera's connected, and then simply walk towards the antenna until we get a read, and I will tell you exactly where that is. So we're simply going to see when is the first read, and I'll try to see if I can figure out how consistent it is too. But for this purpose, I'm just going to see how far away it reads. As for this setup, we've got 2 USB 3.0 ports. I'll let you see that here. They're both the blue. It's hard to see. Maybe you can't see it there, but there's a blue tongue inside there, lets you know it's 3.0. So both of those are identical. It's 2.0 on this side. This is where I got my camera hooked up to. And I'm only using one of the ThingMagic USB ports in this first test, and I'll do another test where I unplug the Thinkify and then plug it in here and see if, the goal is, of course, that it pushes twice as much power to the reader, and therefore twice as much power as the Thinkify. So we'll do a quick test. I know I'm talking quick. We're going to go out to eat here in a little bit, and the wife's waiting on me, so I don't want to get a whipping. I'm going to hurry. So we're going to say start listening. Both of them show connected. And by the way, both readers, what's great about the USB readers is that the software automatically detects them, automatically adds them. The ThingMagic, I did not have to manually install any drivers, so that was nice. It could be different with different versions of Windows, but with this one I hooked it up and auto-configured and everything, and it just works. So that was great. Let's make sure the camera's going. I'm going to click on Take Picture. Okay, so I don't know if you saw it, but showing the camera there. So let me turn this camera around so that you can see. We're going to start with the ThingMagic reader and walk backwards from it. Actually, walk towards the reader. So I'm going to hide them in my hand. Let's do a quick test, make sure it's reading. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to wave them out. By the way, if you are timing a race, make sure the runners don't leave the tags on the bibs or slide both tags down the same shoelace or on the same safety pin, because when they're sandwiched together, sometimes they don't read. So you want to make sure they put one on each side of their body or separate them by an inch or so. So I'm going to span these out kind of like this, and then we're going to walk slowly towards the antenna. I'm kind of holding it out in front of me. You should be able to see the camera take a picture. Oh, right there. Now it's not consistent. Oh, there's another one. So there's a couple reads. That was at 84 feet. We started at 70, so that's 14 feet. That's better than I expected. I think I used to, and that might be the new TR265, which they did tell me it's more powerful. I think with the TR200, I was getting reads about 9 feet out, consistent reads 6 feet. And so, let's go on to 10. As soon as I present it, boom, there it is. Let me present it again. Okay, so there it goes. So yeah, now the little bit of a delay there is obviously the read comes across instantly. The camera has a fraction of a second delay, but as you see, let me present it again. Nope, that one didn't get it. Oh, that's because I had them together. I want to fan them out a little bit. Let's go back to 84 feet. So this is 14 feet because we started at 70. Okay, nope, there it goes. It finally came across. Okay, that one didn't. So let's go to 82. So that's 12 feet out. Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay, this is 10 feet out. There it goes. Got it as I brought it around my back. No. No. Okay, so there it goes. Here's 8 feet out. No, there it goes. It could just be, like I said, a little bit of a delay there. So yeah, what was that, 14 feet for the Thinkify reader. So now we will test the ThingMagic reader. We'll do a quick test. First, let me turn the camera around. All right. So one quick test here. Yep, picked up right off the bat. So let's walk towards it and see if we can get better than 14 feet. Now we're not going to start it. We're not going to pick it up at 30 feet, I'm sure. So walk a little closer. Right there. I'm going to walk back a little bit. So that was at 16 feet. So this is a little bit better. Well, actually, no, that was exactly 14 because we started at 30. So that's 14 feet as well. Let me go back to 14 feet. Okay, no reads. No reads. So we might have 6 inches or a foot further read rate. So really, I would say identical performance. Let's go ahead and get a little closer and do a little reliability test here. So we're at 10 feet out. We're at 20 feet here. We started at 30. So flick it. Let me flick it again. Well. Okay, there it goes. Well, okay, there it goes. So it should be the same performance, same read rate there. So one final test, we'll hook up the other USB port and see how much further it reads. Last test and we're done. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the readers just so we can make sure that whenever it reconnects, it knows both ports are attached. Okay, so I've unhooked the Thinkify reader, and in fact I'm going to go ahead and restart the whole race and everything, and I'm going to close the clock screen out so it'll refresh that list of readers and recognize only the ThingMagic's attached. Okay, so yeah, it sees only ThingMagic now. Start the race. Say start listening, so both are connected. So now we've got 2 USB ports, 3.0 plugged into ThingMagic. Let's see if there's a big difference. Okay, so here is 20 feet out from the antenna, no read. Okay. Unfortunately, it looks like identical results. If not a little bit worse. I can't seem to get reads here at 13 feet out. Right there's one. So yeah, we're looking at probably the exact same performance. So I have to see what's going on with that. It's one of those things that, worst case, it appears that it'll offer identical performance to the Thinkify reader. But for the U.S. customers are probably going to go with the lower priced Thinkify reader, unless there's something that I have wrong in the settings, which I'm hoping, of course, I'll share this video with them, that they can help me figure out. For international customers, the Thinkify reader is not available. It's only available for sale in North America, and so at least you have an option here with the ThingMagic reader. It is slightly, a little bit higher price, not that much, but a little bit more, and it will give you the same capabilities with the results kiosk, the tag check, and other features. One nice thing about it compared to the Thinkify reader is that there is no external antenna to have to keep up with. So if you wanted to use this on the finish line, like I've got it set up here, you'll have to detach the bumblebee antenna that comes with it and hook up this cable here. And so now you will use the bumblebee antenna for the tag check and programming tags and everything else. The one nice thing with the ThingMagic reader is that the antenna is built in. So when you go to program tags or the tag check or results kiosk, people know to wave it over here. The problem with the Thinkify reader is that, with the antenna sticking up, people often are waving it here in the front of the reader and not near the antenna. Typically, that's not a problem unless, this is a linear antenna. So if they got turned the wrong way, it has a little bit hard time reading it. And so that's a rare case, but it does happen. So with the ThingMagic, I would imagine it's easier because people naturally wave it over the top of the reader. So I do like that about it. But kind of unimpressed with, I was really hoping to see a dramatic difference in read distance. So again, this could be something, this is the first test. I'm hoping we get feedback from ThingMagic saying that there's something I got to turn on in order for it to recognize there's more power available. I'm not sure really. So a little bit disappointed, but we'll do another test whenever I hear back from them. But I did want to show that this is now compatible with the system, and it is available for international customers or even for U.S. customers that want a different reader. So as we continue testing, like I said, we've got a couple things to work on, the power and then the design. So if you are looking at the two readers and you're in the U.S. or North America, I would have to recommend the Thinkify still for now. But hopefully as the design is improved, when it comes to the connector, and as we figure out the power thing, then here in a few months we may say that this is the better reader. So, but anyways, that's my thoughts right now on the two readers that are available with 4.9. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.